So guys, I am back with yet another video, and today guys I bring you the best settings you can indeed use for where winds meet. Whether you're playing on PlayStation, whether you're playing on PC, this one you don't want to miss. How's it going guys? My name's DPJ, and if you do enjoy the video, leaving a like really helps out, and if you like what you see and want to see more, be sure to subscribe. Now, with the global release of Where Winds Meet, I thought I'd bring you guys my recommendations for settings within this game. Now, I do apologise about my voice. I probably sound a little bit weirder than normal. That's because I've got a cold and it's kicking my ass. So if you hear me sneeze and I accidentally scare the shit out of you, I do apologise about that. Now, most of these settings are recommendations from me, but some of them you will have to figure out for yourself, especially in regards to graphics. That all depends on what you're playing on PlayStation or PC. But yeah, for me though, it does seem like everything's running smooth, but hey, you just never know with these new games and these new releases. Okay, so into the settings guys, and first up we have basic settings. And first up guys, we have camera mode. Here I have this on ARPG. It says MMORPG recommended for cross-platform mobile/PC players. Yeah, ARPG guys, every day of the week. It just, in my opinion, it's just a better one to go with. In regards to button layout, again, this is just showing you the button layout. The skill display mode is something we'll come to after. But yeah, what it does guys is advanced, which in my opinion is completely unnecessary. It just shows you your light attacks. You don't need to see them because there's no real cooldowns on them. Otherwise, keep it simple. Keep your heavy attacks on your screen. You can see when the cooldowns are up so you can reuse them. Simple as that, people. Button settings again, guys. Do what I got to do there. It's just showing you what you've got, but we'll come to that in a quick second. Okay, so we're going to move on to controller. Now, I'm playing on controller. I know many of you will be playing on controller, but either or. Okay, so button settings, I feel they're completely fine the way they are. I haven't changed anything. They feel perfect for the game at hand here. But hey, if you are used to something else, I don't know, inverted camera controls, things of that nature, you can change all of that here. What I have indeed changed was my controller vibration. I absolutely hate controller vibration, and I also changed my motion sensor sensitivity. I put this up to a 70. Simple as that. That's all I've done here. Now onto game, where all the good stuff happens. First up we have combat difficulty. Now I've kept mine on recommended. Story is way too easy in my opinion, but hey, it may be for some people. Expert is expert and may go to this. What I will say is I do believe with legend and hardcore, if you go to these and come back down a difficulty, you actually can't go back to them. So do keep that in mind. But there's no rush with a game like this. You can go up to legend once you feel it's time. Other than that, probably go on expert. It's probably the best all round. Expert or recommended. Now the good thing about these two is once you defeat certain bosses or do certain things, you get like titles and certain badges, I believe, next to your name. So if you go in an online server and PvP servers, people will see them next to your name as far as I'm aware. But yeah, either or guys, right now recommended is recommended. Simple as that. Now skill display mode is what I said earlier. Keep this on simple. You don't really need to see your light attacks, just doesn't make sense. But either or, simple. Assist deflection, close this or turn it off. Closes it off on this game. Now if you enable this, what it does is basically when you're about to be attacked, you'll see a prompt on screen. It slows the game down, and you have like a few seconds to press a certain button. If you're used to any kind of Souls-like or anything of this nature, Black Myth, Wukong, anything of this nature guys, turn this off. You do not need it. But if you're playing this game for the story, which is pretty impressive and is absolutely massive, you can put these on if you don't care about difficulty, if you don't want it to be too hard. What I will also say guys is downside about these are if you put these on, once you do go into that online mode and you do a bit of PvP, you won't actually get this feature, so you won't be used to the way the game will play. You'll be used to when you're being attacked that the game is going to slow down. That won't happen in an online server when you're PvPing. So yeah, obviously you can't slow down for the other player. So turn these off guys. You do not need them, in my opinion anyway. Damage numbers, keep it undetailed, simple as that. Approach cover, I turn this off too. Just do not need it, you really don't. Guide settings, I keep mine on detail just because I'm brand new to the game, well, the English version anyway, so I just like to see what's on my screen and where I've got to go and things of that nature. Red dot styles, red dot style, simple as that. Now, in regards to combat targeting, I keep lock player target and lock enemy target on nearest. It just makes sense in the whole scheme of the game. Because this game's a little more fast paced than certain Souls, like you're going to be running towards enemies, and this will lock onto the nearest enemy. I just think it's the best feature here. In regards to auto lock switch, this will basically lock onto a different enemy close by when a lock is lost, or if you kill a certain enemy that's you are locked onto. So yeah, make sure this is enabled. Prioritize the target sent to your screen. I've got this enabled. I haven't really felt it come into play. It could be just the way I play the game. I'm always running head first towards enemies sent to my screen anyway, so it's probably making a difference, but I just can't feel it. Okay, so skill assist, enhanced target selection. When enabled, if one of the directional buttons is pressed but no target is in that direction, the system will auto select a target in another direction and release the skill. I've kept mine enabled. I mean, I haven't really felt it come into play yet, but hey, it makes sense to actually have this on. In regards to skill approach, if far from target, the character will automatically pathfind and move to the effective range before using skills. I've turned this off. I just feel like it's going to be doing too much of the work for me. I just want to play the game properly, so this is off for me. Now, in regards to treasure hunt mode, this is one you want to think about, because in this game there's going to be plenty of breakable items hidden throughout the open world. You can find stuff by destroying them, but some of the time, people, you're going to be finding things that are belonging to other NPCs. So if you break them, if you do not know, there's like a wanted system in this game. When you build that up, you can actually get sent to jail, and you have to bribe your way out of it, or actually wait a few hours, real life time, people, not in game time, real life time to get out of there. So just be careful what you're breaking, but I feel this is a great feature and you just must have it on. It just makes the game feel a little bit more immersive, in my opinion. So yeah, keep this on, guys. Just be careful in what you're breaking. Item use settings, guys, is basically the same thing for each one. How it works is when enabled, they currently equipped medicine or food, etc, will automatically switch to the next type when depleted. Makes sense to have these on, guys, especially in the midst of a battle. If you run out of a certain thing, it will auto switch for you. Okay, so onto camera. Camera zoom, I have mine on far. Wide's not bad either, but default in my opinion is just way too close. So try out wide, try out far. I feel far is the better one. Camera direction correction, I turn this off, people. Whether camera automatically recenters behind the character when moving left or right. I mean, you don't really need this on, guys, but if it's messing up your eyes, I know a lot of people can get like a bit of motion sickness from this. Put it back on. Up to you. Now, the grand lightness skill camera, what this is, guys, is the lightness skills give you the ability to fly, a way of traveling. Now, if you put this on custom camera, when you do this, you get like a cinematic like camera view. You can't really see where you're going. It's quite hard to see where you're going, but if you put it on free camera, you can actually see where you're going. Yes, custom camera looks better, but free camera is the one you want to be using here. You really do. In regards to controller here and sensitivity and things of this nature, guys, I put mine all up to 60. They were initially on 50. Inverted controls and all that shiz, turn that off. Mouse and keyboard, guys, you have a few settings here in regards to keyboard and mouse, etc. So do what you got to do there, people. Okay, so we now have display. First up on display, guys, we have visual style. I put mine on bright. At the start of the game, when you play this, you have like a brightness setting, which you can actually come back to here, which is right there. But it still felt a little bit dark for me, so I just put mine on bright. I'm mixing and matching these, to be honest. I'm gonna probably go between vivid and bright, but bright right now feels completely fine. Okay, so motion sickness reduction, as I mentioned earlier, guys, I'd probably put this, apply these settings. If you do get motion sickness in any way, apply these settings, because some of the movements in this game, guys, can mess up your eyes. They really can. Now, in regards to your display and things of that nature, it all depends on what you're playing on. If you're playing on PC, it's all about your system. My system ain't the best in the world, but I can go between medium and high. So yeah. Now what I will say is, with VSync on, you are limited to 60 frames as far as I'm aware. So just turn it off and go to unrestricted to get that FPS limit, which is what we love, people. Motion blur, turn off too. And again, then we have your graphics settings and things of this nature. I've just kept mine the way they were. I put my graphics quality on, well, I put my graphics quality on quality, and it selected these for me, which is completely fine for me. So yeah. Okay, so lastly guys, we do indeed have language, which we have audio, which again is completely down to you and what you're using, whether you're using the headset, whether you're using surround sound, whether you're just having the sound coming out your TV. This is something you want to mess around with yourself. Language, the same thing. And then guys, we have other. Again, nothing too much to worry about here guys. In regards to interface settings, immersive mode, turn this off. In-game banners, if you want to see these, put these on. Obviously I did, what was that saying here? It's this one right here guys, this chat display. If you put this on social mode, in your bottom left corner you'll see like so much gibberish from other players. Not for me. I put mine on expedition mode or exploration mode, so it's just basically what I need to see. Other than that guys, I haven't changed anything here because I haven't felt the need to, but if you do, you know exactly where all of this is. But there we have it guys, in regards to the best settings for where winds meet. If you have any recommendations for other players, let us know down below in the comments section. But on that note, the end of the video has arrived. If you enjoyed it, leaving a like really helps out. If you like what you see and want to see more, be sure to subscribe. And hopefully guys, I will see you on that next one.